Southampton under-23s leaders looking to get another victory against Fulham this evening. Southampton have been on a great run of form. Their last match was a great win in the league away at Manchester United. Let's see what Southampton can do this evening against a Fulham side who've had a mixed bag of results this season. Well, it is live on the Southampton FC Facebook page and YouTube channel, and it's a start for that man. That is the big headline this evening. Fraser Forster, who's getting some extra minutes this evening to help with his match fitness. Fraser Forster back in the Southampton under-23 side this evening, and he's just the one change going into this match. As you can see, the home results in the PL2 have been very encouraging for Southampton. Won 5 out of their first 7 games. A few of them have been just by that one goal, so they've done very well to scrape some victories. And just that one defeat against Aston Villa. Ruddy Jahidi, Southampton under-23's coach, will be very happy with that early points return. As a result, due to that home record, it means that Southampton are top of the table by 3 points. And they'll look to extend that even further this evening with just 6 games left to play in the PL2. A big evening ahead for Southampton. They will be on the brink of a first position at the end of the season, and hopefully for Southampton, promotion come the end of it. Another back 3 for Southampton, including that man, Thomas O'Connor. So Forster in goal, O'Connor, O'Driscoll, Clara, the centre-backs, Olafunwa and Tyreek Johnson, the wing-backs this evening, Hamblin and Smallbone in the middle, and the forwards of Teller and Ferry playing just off Jonathan Afolabi. Savasiani blows his whistle, and it's Fulham who get us underway here at Marchwood, Staplewood, Southampton FC training ground, and out for another throw to Fulham, which Drame will take. Southampton substitutes, Chapachit, Alex Cole, the goalkeeper, and 2 very young players on the bench, Cameron Ledridge and Caleb Watts, looking to make their home debuts for the under-23s, and Dan Undaludu makes up the 5th substitute this evening on a very cold evening actually here tonight as well. As Fulham looking to come forward, but Hamblin gets it away. So Fulham have got Ashby Hammond in goal, a back 4 of Stephen Sessegnon, Ryan Sessegnon's twin brother, Jens Apoku and Drame, Cavallo, O'Reilly and Francois in the middle, and a front 3 of Elliott, Santos Classy and Harris. Their substitutes, just 4 on the bench for them, Wickens, Kelly, Jasper and Asari. Here is Sessegnon. Flicked on over towards the right. And Olafunwa is going to let that go out for another throw, this time to Southampton. So as you're saying, Fulham haven't been great this season. They have a chance to move up 3 places to 7th with a win, though. And they also picked up a great 5-0 win against Colchester in the PL Cup on Monday night. Drame with the throw. Afolabi tries to win the ball back. Here is Sessegnon to Elliott. Back to Jens for Fulham, forward to O'Reilly. Back to Apoku, so good patient build-up here from Fulham. And the last time these 2 sides met was back in September in the league. Obafemi gave Southampton the lead, but Fulham pegged them back in the second half. Forward again from Ashby Hammond. Pulled back eventually, and the referee wins a free kick. Savasiani is the referee this evening. He's refereed a number of National League games this season, as well as under-23s. And it's going to be Will Smallbone with the set piece. Clara waits for it on this near side. O'Driscoll's in there as well. Smallbone, the deep ball into the penalty area. Nearly found Hamblin. Good header away that time though from Opoku. And now the shot comes in. Edge of the penalty area from Will Ferry. Tariq Johnson. Out again now to Thomas O'Connor. Decent ball this one. Ball down well from Afolabi. Forces a save. He's going to have another chance here. Flicked on. And Ferry just couldn't quite get that shot away. Good from Saintso getting in behind that Fulham defence. Looking to get out the traps quickly. Elliott. O'Connor caused some real problems. So close to finding the opening goal. Just came off Hamblin's knee as well in the process. Another corner. Killed into the near post, well cleared. Back from Francois, who's done well here for Fulham to create a bit of space. Square to Jens. And Jens goes from left to right. Here is Sessegnon. Into the final third. Santos Classy wins a third corner for Fulham in the space of 3 minutes here. O'Connor's made a couple of really good challenges already and also played that through ball earlier on a few minutes ago, which put Saints away, but couldn't quite find that opening goal. O'Reilly to take once more. So 2 corners in on this near side, 1 on that far. Fraser Forster looking to be called into action here, potentially for the first time tonight. Into the box, it's good clearance. Afolabi gets it out towards Smallbone and does well to keep the ball in, but Sessegnon. And the West London club play it out towards Moritz Jens, who's certainly a cultured defender, enjoys playing the ball on the deck, but Saints saw to that pass on that occasion. Dreme forward, 1 back from Smallbone, another throw to Fulham. So 2 good opportunities already, 1 each for both sides. There was a header off the knee of Hamblin, which came off the post as well, out for a corner kick. Fulham came forward, and then Southampton had an opportunity from Afolabi, whose shot was well saved from Ashby Hamid in the Fulham goal. But 0-0 it stays. And then Smallbone out towards the right-hand side to Olafunwa. Another goal kick, which Ashby Hammond is going to take his time. Olafunwa, who's had a few games now in a Southampton shirt, coming up through the under-18 academy to the under-23s. Also centre-back as well. Eligible to play for England and Nigeria one day, potentially, but he's joined the academy all the way back in 2010. In the meantime, Ashby Hammond to take the goal kick. Fulham have won 1 of their last 6 Premier League 2 games. It was a hell of a win as well, winning 3-1 away at Manchester United. Back to Forster. Christophe Clara. Will Ferry, not what he wanted in the end. He tried that through ball. You can see what he's trying to do there. Risky, but it came off. Here's Sessegnon again. Johnson. Smallbone. Hamblin. Clara back to the big tall skipper Aaron O'Driscoll, plays it forward. Afolabi out to the left, Tyreek Johnson. This is better from Southampton. Could carve open the Fulham defence here, but not to be that time. Tyreek Johnson, who enjoyed his first taste of first team football back in December, as far as the Premier League's concerned, came on against Arsenal at home. One of a few players who've made the step up in recent times, including the likes of Marcus Barnes, Callum Slattery and co. Jan Valery, Kane Ramsey as well. Here is Johnson again. This time again it's straight at the keeper. Push, and the referee's given a foul on Ashby Hammond. Afolabi there, judged to have fouled his man. That was the best chance of the game so far to Afolabi. Came early on in this game. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it down there, Will Ferry, but excellent first touch there from Afolabi, but always going to be dealt with there from Ashby Hammond. And that came just a couple of minutes before Fulham's best chance, which was so close to finding the nets after that header from Jens from that corner kick. Fulham have had 3 corners though so far. Saints have had a couple of free kicks in Fulham's half. Good probing run here. Teller. Smallbone. Teller again, takes a deflection, and it wasn't far off at all. This time Saints have a corner. Well, there's been a few chances here so far this evening. Nathan Teller with a shot, and if it's anything like the game between these two sides last season, which finished 4-3 to Fulham, all the goals coming in the first half, then it could be in for quite some evening, but got some way to go before that happens. Saints will be hoping, if it is, it will be in their favour. Corner kick. Johnson's had 2 crosses in from the left-hand side already. Curled in. Afolabi fell over that time. Just lost his balance for a second. Ashby Hammond commands his area well. One back well that time from Ferry. Can he finish here? It's a terrific run. It takes a deflection. Behind out for a corner. That was brilliant. Advancing run there from Ferry. Certainly asked a few questions there. One-handed save from Hammond. Opoku got him out of trouble. That's what Southampton need to do. Run at that Fulham defence. Smallbone again with a corner. Oh, and it's punched away. Over from O'Connor. Well, certainly causing a few problems here for Ashby Hammond in the Fulham goal. Southampton, they're doing well to get the ball into the right areas. It was Ashby Hammond away. Afolabi close to him. Unfavoured left foot, and it was always a difficult one there. The way he was having his back to goal before he went for that shot, but 0-0 it stays. So Fulham had a decent period where it was generally in Southampton's half, but Saints have been much better last 3 or 4 minutes. Throw this time to Fulham. Fulham play most of their games at Motspur Park in New Malden. The odd game at Craven Cottage, but Southampton here, as they generally play at Staplewood, where we are this evening. The first of 3 more home games to come for Southampton after tonight in the PL2. Also got the PL Cup and the Premier League International Cup as well that Saints have been involved in this season. It's a relentless fixture schedule at the moment. Southampton's next game is against Notts County next Friday in the Premier League Cup. Drame with a throw. Aaron O'Driscoll. Here's Tom O'Connor. Afolabi, good play, just behind Johnson, throw to Fulham. Fulham 10th before tonight with 17 points from 16 games. They could move up 3 places with a win if other results go their way. Friday night football used to be Monday nights last season, but all changes this year. Headed on again from O'Driscoll, another strong header is Smallbone. Great play from him. Afolabi, O'Connor. Too short for Johnson. Here's O'Connor again. Back to Forster. Good run if Afolabi can get there. Good strong defending at the same time. Sessegnon. Suffered badly with a knee injury, Stephen Sessegnon, but he's back now. He also won the World Cup with England under 17s in 2017 as well. Can play in a number of positions, but if he can get up to his twin brother's heights, then he will be quite a player. In the meantime, here is O'Driscoll. Forward again from Elliott. Saints win it back with O'Connor. Barged off the ball. Here's Carvalho, who's not had the ball that often, credit to Southampton at the moment, but slight mishap in the defence, and Fulham have got a 4th corner for them. Saints have had 2. It's not been a bad 0-0 though so far. Chances for both sides. And a corner earlier for Fulham, their first, caused real problems, but O'Reilly this time switches over to the far side. Well dealt with. Saints below par then last weekend when they lost 3-0 at Newcastle in the Premier League Cup. Charman scoring for Newcastle, then Toure with 2 late goals. Made it a disappointing night for Saints. But things couldn't go much better for them at the moment as far as the league is concerned. Here's the Austrian Clara. Here he is again. Good play that is though. Smallbone's got Afolabi on the edge of the penalty area. Risky ball, but it paid off. Here's O'Connor. Saints don't play in the PL2 until 2nd of March after tonight. That's Reading at home. We'll have live online TV coverage of that game, as we have every single Southampton under-23s home match this season. Same as tonight, live on the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. It's under-23s football. It's 0-0. Not a lot separating these two sides performance-wise either. Here's Johnson. Afolabi. Fulham get it away. It's 1st place Southampton against 10th place Fulham in a league of 12. Johnson with a throw. Here's Teller. Johnson back to O'Connor. O'Driscoll to Clara, back to O'Driscoll. Another player who's overcome bad injuries in the past, O'Driscoll, but here's O'Connor to Johnson. Certainly those three have built up a real understanding since that change of formation, O'Driscoll, Clara and O'Connor. All capable of moving up the field when necessary. Here's Olafunwa. Clara to O'Driscoll again. Saints suffered just 4 defeats in 24 in all competitions. As Carvalho runs into trouble. Afolabi is pushed and wins the free kick. Fulham have not been on a great run of form at the moment, lost 3 matches in a row before their win against Colchester in the PL Cup. Lost to Birmingham in the Premier League Cup, as well as Wolves and Aston Villa, both by 1-0. But Afolabi, who's chipped in again with a number of goals this season, is pushed, and Saints will look to take advantage with Smallbone to take. Jens back in position for Fulham. Smallbone. There's an appeal. No flinching at all from the referee though. Well, right in front of the referee. Nothing given. Well, Southampton under-23s have a certain Paul Buckle on their dugouts here. We'll go back in a second. Johnson gives it away. Good play out for a throw for Southampton. Paul Buckle, the former Bristol Rovers and Torquay manager, is the interim assistant manager for Saints under-23s now until the end of the season, with Craig Fleming moving up to help with the first team. He is assisting Ruddy Jahidi. So a new face for Saints on the sidelines. But at the moment, deadlock yet to be broken. It's quietened down a little last few minutes. Olafunwa in towards Afolabi. Can he find the finish? He can't. Jens gets it away. And Saints win another throw. Olafunwa. Here's Teller. Tyrese Francois couldn't get it away. Saints 0, Fulham 0, under 23s football. It's all a bit scrappy at the moment though, last couple of minutes, all in that little corner. Fulham eventually have the chance to get it away from that area at the moment. Well, Saints have been very good defensively this season. They've been a lot more organised. They've added some strength to their defence, and they've kept a number of clean sheets as well. Only conceded 4 goals in their last 8 league matches. And you can see why, the way this game is going at the moment. Certainly the last 10 minutes, both sides have shut up shop, but good pressing here. Saints could take advantage. On from Teller. Johnson. Here's Harris. Forward to Santos Classy, who's not really had that much service tonight, but it's given away. Brilliant play from Johnson. Cool, calm, composed defending from Jens. Sessegnon. Francois. Moritz Jens to Steven Sessegnon again. Here is Elliott. Back to Harvey Elliott, who didn't play in Fulham's last league match. Here is O'Reilly, who did. Who was involved, O'Reilly, with the first team in their last couple of summer tours. And he plays it back again to Sessegnon. Good football this from Fulham. Here is Francois to Sessegnon. Still Sessegnon. Gattelli was thinking about shooting there. Thought about other options. That's a better option. Here's Elliott. Harris. Francois. Safe and Forster does well. And the first time really that Fraser Forster has been really tested so far tonight, and he deals with it comfortably. Certainly worth a go there from Tyrese Francois, who plays right across the middle of the park, but he's a attacking midfielder tonight. Here is Drame. Out from Christoph Clara. A former Rapid Vienna defender. Another throw to Fulham. Both of these sides very much similar as far as technicality is concerned and tactics. And there's been an evenly poised so far here this evening. Certainly the first 15 minutes, plenty of chances for both sides, but it has quietened down significantly since. Although Fraser Forster tested a couple of minutes ago. Saints had that great driving run earlier on as he ran into the penalty area, Will Ferry, and nearly caused a real problem. And Afolabi, right edge of the 6-yard box, had a shot comfortably saved. But both keepers haven't really had to make any brilliant saves so far this evening. And 0-0 is probably fair so far. Johnson out for another throw. Mark Pembridge in charge of the Fulham under-23s. Plenty of appearances as a player, including at Fulham. Also played for Luton, Derby and Everton. He took over from Peter Grant, who moved on in the summer, the former Celtic midfielder. Elliott. Francois. Offside, Saints win another free kick. Well, it's all got quite scrappy recently, generally in that middle third, last 15 minutes. Forster with a free kick. Here's Carvalho. O'Connor. Off Carvalho again. Infield, good football. Hamblin to Teller. Here's Will Ferry. Dangerous. Afolabi. Great block in originally a second time. And now Fulham get it away. Here's Carvalho. Terrific block there in the penalty area as Afolabi turned. Saints could quite easily have taken the lead there, but not to be. It's been in amongst it, Jonathan Afolabi. Couple of little bites of the cherry there, but not to be there for Afolabi, who scored in that last league win for Southampton at Manchester United in the 32nd minute, but he couldn't score there. And O'Connor back to Forster. Here's Ferry. O'Driscoll to Clara again. Hamblin, Afolabi, can he get in there behind the defence? He was very close to doing so, but the flag's up and Fulham win a free kick instead. There's nearly his chance there to get in behind the defence, but not that time as Opoku was fouled. He's not had that much to do so far. That linesman on the far side, but has raised his flag a couple of times. And it's back again from Jens. Here he is again. Under a little bit of pressure, but not too much. Kicks it out of play for a throw for Saints. Teller's on the right edge of the box. Ferry's more central. Oliphant with the throw. Hamblin out towards the right. Here's Smallbone. Infield. Teller. Lovely football from Saints. Can they finish? They can't. It hits the post. And how unlucky from Afolabi. The best passage of play of the game. But Saints couldn't find the finish. Lovely tippy-tappy football there for Southampton, and Afolabi. Woodwork denies him. Smallbone with a great run. Teller with a pass. Afolabi couldn't find the target. Best chance of the game so far, though. And lovely football from Southampton involving those three players, just opening up the Fulham defence. So here it is again. Brilliant football. It's even better from that angle. And he was pretty fortunate there for Ashby Hammond that it landed just where he wanted it there as it came off the post. It could easily have fallen back to Afolabi, but Ashby Hammond sees to it and comfortably dives on the ball. In the meantime, down the other end, it's Forster to take the goal kick. Will Ferry. Luca Ashby Hammond picks it up comfortably. But Saints look to try and keep this momentum going there after that opportunity. They'll try and build on that opportunity they had a second ago. Afolabi's had Southampton's best two chances of the game tonight. That was the best of the lot. Jens. Here's Smallbone. Johnson. O'Connor. Clara. Harry Hamlin. Challenge comes in. Matthew O'Reilly. This is a brilliant run from him. Here's Harvey Elliott. To Harris. Opens up nicely for him. Could have been maybe a little more selfish and gone for goal there, but Afolabi away. Now Southampton on the breakaway. Here's Afolabi again. Surely he's going to get another opportunity at some point. Afolabi has had a couple of good opportunities already. You'd fancy him to take the next one that comes his way. Here's O'Connor. Ferry. Johnson wants the through ball. He gets the through ball. Teller. And it's in from Smallbone. What a finish that was. We've seen him hit it from long distance plenty of times before. And he's pulled another one out the bag as well. Will Smallbone gives Southampton a 1-0 lead. And the way it's been going last 5 minutes, you have to say it's deserved. What a hit that was from Will Smallbone. He hit it so true. And the more you watch it, the better it gets. Ashby Hammond, no chance in that Fulham goal. What a strike from Will Smallbone. He enjoyed that one. So too did Roddy Jahidi and his interim assistant Paul Buckle. Mark Pembridge looking on from afar, on the other hand. Contrast. Well, it came during a decent period, that, for Southampton, who can maybe just relax a bit more now. But, as Roddy Jahidi has been constantly saying this week, in our interview on the Southampton FC website, they need to avoid complacency in this final 2 months of the season. Saints haven't been complacent so far. That 1-0 lead then from Will Smallbone. Lovely football this for Southampton. Brilliant play. Teller into the box. Johnson. Nearly went out for a corner, but it doesn't, unfortunately for Southampton. Into Ashby Hammond's arms. Five to go then before half time. That will have calmed the nerves slightly for Southampton as Will Smallbone finding an absolute peach into the top corner. Here's Jens. The German centre-back, Sessegnon. Back to Moritz Jens, it's infield to Elliott. Francois can't pick it up, that time from O'Reilly, and Southampton looking really good at the moment on the breakaway. Bursting forward, including that man O'Connor. O'Connor to Teller, lovely football from Teller. Infield, so close to finding a second goal. From Ferry's cross. And it's just brilliant football at the moment for Southampton. That man especially, Nathan Teller, great first and second touch. He's done that now 3 or 4 times last 10 minutes or so. Really enjoying themselves out there. Bit of magic from Teller. O'Connor bursting in. Ferry couldn't find a Southampton shirt, but they do have another corner, and Smallbone, the scorer, will look to turn provider here. Smallbone to take. Saints looking to make it 2-0 here. They can't that time. They might have another go here. Smallbone's going to have another go. And it's straight this time into the arms of Ashby Hammond. But the confidence that he is flying high at the moment, he's certainly playing with a great deal of confidence. And when you're playing as well as he has, why not have a go from there? He did it a few minutes ago and found the back of the net. Elliott. O'Reilly. Francois. Into the middle. Behind from O'Connor. Corner kick to Fulham, who've been kept quiet last 20 minutes or so, but they've got a corner now, just before half-time, to try and bring things level at the break. Matt O'Reilly. O'Reilly with a corner, free kick anyway, but it was headed away originally from Olafunwa. Didn't matter in the end anyway, because a foul's given. Just need to calm things down last couple of minutes of the first half. Can't imagine we're going to have too many minutes of injury time either here. An assured performance from Southampton so far this evening. They've got a very young-looking substitutes bench, even by under-23 standards, but at the moment, Radi Shahidi will be more than happy with his starting 11. O'Connor up the field. Another throw for Southampton to try and go into the break with an even more comfortable lead if they can. A decent first 45 minutes though for Southampton. Olafunwa to take the throw. Maybe one last chance before the break. Goal kick. In fact, it's a corner. Came off a blue shirt, off Drame, and Southampton have a corner kick. Tyreek Johnson this time going over to the far side to take the corner. And as expected, just that 1 minute of stoppage time, which we're into now. Johnson with the corner. Teller's on the edge of the box. It's aimed high and it's a free header from Hamblin, but it won't count. It's a foul. And that would have been fantastic news for Southampton to go into the break. As the corner came in on the near side. Hamblin headed home. It didn't look like a lot wrong with that, to be honest. Johnson curled it in with the left foot. And Southampton will feel really disappointed there. That could have really gone in at half-time with a massive spring in their step with one of the last kicks of the first half. So Hamblin had the ball in the net. Disallowed, here it is again. Well, the Saints players could not believe it as that foul given in the box. Here's it from another angle. Johnson swung in. Free kick to Fulham was given. So frustrating for Southampton as Smallbone into the box. And there is the whistle, half time. Saints certainly going in at the break, looking very good, but it could have been even better had the referee not disallowed that goal from Harry Hamblin a second ago. That man, Fraser Forster, on his return to the starting lineup, getting some extra minutes under his belt. He's had a couple of shots straight at him, but hasn't been tested majorly so far, but keeping a clean sheet. And that man's the hero so far. Another terrific strike from the edge of the penalty area, found the top corner. Will Smallbone has given Southampton under-23s a 1-0 lead at home to Fulham here at Staplewood. Here it is again. Good ball from Teller. What a strike that is from Will Smallbone. 100 miles an hour, 25 yards. And Saints looking very good. And since that point, Saints have been in control. If anyone has scored in the first half, it would have looked like Southampton, especially here. Afolabi, lovely one-touch football. This was earlier on in the game. And Afolabi, brilliant play to get in there, in behind the defence, but the woodwork stopping him from scoring himself for Southampton. And that was one of 3 or 4 good passages of play from Southampton in that final third in the space of 10 minutes. Nathan Teller has been heavily involved in that. And there we are, that disallowed goal headed home inside the 6-yard box from Harry Hamblin, but it didn't count. So Saints have to settle for a 1-0 lead at half-time rather than 2-0 lead. Live second half, online TV coverage to come. It's on the Saints FC official Facebook page and YouTube channel. So far, so good for the leaders against Fulham in 10th. Let's see what the next 45 minutes can bring. We'll be back in 15 here from the training ground. Half-time, Southampton under-23s 1, Fulham 0. Welcome back to Staplewood. Under 23s football, Southampton against Fulham. Saints lead by 1-0 thanks to a cracking strike from Will Smallbone. Contender there for PL2 goal of the season for Southampton, really, from 25 yards. Found the top corner, and it came during a decent period for Southampton. Southampton the leaders with 6 matches left to play against Fulham in 10th in a table of 12 in the PL2 Division 2. And we're here for the second half for Southampton. Both sides unchanged since the interval. Live on the Saints FC Facebook page and also official YouTube channel. Southampton have Frosper and Asari. Fulham have just 4 substitutes, not 5 this evening. Well, Saints just before half-time heading home from Hamblin, thought that they'd made it 2-0, but the referee gave a free kick for a push from O'Connor, which looked very soft in all honesty. But 1-0 it stays. And Oliphant were to take the throw. A goal just after half-time would really start to ease the nerves even more for Southampton. Saints have home games to come against Reading, Norwich and Sunderland after tonight. 3 at home, 3 away. This is in the league, but a number of other games to come in other competitions. In the meantime, Francois plays it across. And here is Cody Drame, who has established himself under Mark Pembridge at Fulham. Said in an interview that he would have actually gone on to play basketball were it not for football. As Fulham out towards the right-hand side. Here is Steven Sessegnon. Interestingly, if things stay as they are, certainly gaps will start to appear at the back for Fulham. And Fulham looking to get an early equaliser in the second half, but Gavalio is offside. Well, we showed you a table at the start of the game of Southampton's home record. It is very good in the PL2 Division 2 this season. They've played 7, won 5, drawn 1 and lost just 1. And they lead by a 1-0 here this evening. Here is Ashby Hammond in the Fulham goal. Saints have won their last 4 PL2 matches. Newcastle and Stoke, both at home. We had live TV coverage of those games, and also good wins at Middlesbrough and Manchester United. Has put Saints 3 points ahead of Wolves in second, and also 3 more than Reading in third. Saints had 33 points from 16 games before tonight. It's been more than a month though since their last home league game. Jens for Fulham. Ashby Hammond. Saints win it back. Chance to put the ball in. Afolabi. It looked like he miskicked it, but he's gone and finished it. And it's 2-0 from Ferry's cross. And Afolabi's on hand there to make things a lot more comfortable in the early stages of the second half. And Saints look set to stay top of the PL2 Division 2. Smallbone first, and then Afolabi makes it 2-0 to Southampton. Well, it's another great driving run there from Will Ferry, who's been magnificent tonight. Decent ball in, and in the end it was a lovely, looked like a beautiful chip in the end from Afolabi. And he puts it in. So a long-range strike from Southampton earlier on in the game in the first half from Smallbone. This time, a left-footed chip on the edge of the 6-yard box from Afolabi. And the under-23 season is just getting better and better at the moment. Coming together there, involving Nathan Teller and Jens. Teller comes off worst. So he'll receive a little bit of treatment here. Looks like he's okay though. But what a second half from Southampton so far. Great start. Got out the traps quickly as well. And to be honest, Fulham haven't really caused a lot of problems at all since the break. Southampton have come out the better. And Afolabi has made it 2. So Teller, the provider for the first goal. This time Will Ferry, the 18-year-old, the former Bury man, provider for the second. Lovely ball. Just got a left-footed touch to it. Ashby Hammond couldn't believe it. At first I thought he was going to miss-kick it over the bar, but it was beautifully placed into the bottom corner. And to be honest, as he found the net there, it could even be better for Southampton, having had that goal disallowed just before half-time through Harry Hamlin. So they've had the ball in the net 3 times, 2 of them have counted. Goal in each half. And Southampton lead Fulham by 2-0. Teller's okay. Back on the field, which is good news. Fulham have just won a couple of league games since early November. It was away at Manchester United and at home against Sunderland. They need to get back to winning ways, but it's going to be very difficult for them to do that now tonight. Southampton leading 2-0. 2 sides in the Premier League, their senior sides, involved in relegation battles. No game for Southampton though this weekend due to being out of the FA Cup. And Jens. Good tackle from O'Driscoll. Teller back to Smallbone. All started off well on the campaign, Southampton. That win against Middlesbrough, first match of the season. They've gone from strength to strength ever since. Harris over to the right, here he is again. You can imagine their coach Mark Pembridge will probably be forced into a change soon. So he looks to get a goal back. Good run though from Drame. Runs into trouble. Forward from Hamlin. Can Afolabi keep it in play? There could be an opportunity if he does, and he's done exactly that. Here's Teller. Johnson. Johnson to Smallbone. Smallbone to Teller. Teller to finish. Oh, and it goes just over the crossbar. Great one-touch movement there again from Southampton. Once more on the breakaway. It was Johnson originally with a pass to Smallbone, to Teller. Teller's been having a great game this evening, the ex-Arsenal man. So close to finding the target, so close to giving Saints a 3-0 lead. And Fulham, whose senior side managed by Claudio Ranieri, are struggling here in the second half. The Saints need to stay focused. Here's Elliott, who has impressed for Fulham tonight, to Steven Sessegnon. Driving ball in. O'Connor away. Look at this for a run. Couldn't quite finish it off there, Will Ferry. Had he finished that one, that would have been another incredible goal here at Staplewood, but not to be. Great pace from him, but ran into trouble in the end. Here is O'Reilly. Forward to Harris. Out from O'Connor, throw to Fulham. It's been leading by example tonight, O'Connor. Fulham have 2 home games to come after tonight. They're home to Reading in the PL Cup next Friday. Then the next league game is against Newcastle in early March. Here's Francois, who hails from Australia, the midfielder, and he chips the ball into the box. And it was no chances there taken from Aladari Olafunwa. Yeah, Tyrese Francois, another player who's been involved with the first team during a tour to Murcia in mid-season. Now it's going to be a corner in, and that really could have gone anywhere, but it's another corner kick from O'Reilly's cross. Flicked on from Harris, off the head of O'Connor. And Fulham are going to have another try here. O'Reilly. Good header away again from O'Connor. O'Reilly again. Cavallo. Another corner to Fulham. They're building up some pressure here last few minutes. Once again, it's O'Reilly with a corner. Once again, it's a left footer. Off the knee of Smallbone, though. Moves it from one end of the pitch to the other. Smallbone giving Southampton the lead before half-time. Afolabi extending that lead at 2-0. It was the second half which Saints have been well in control of, but Fulham have come back last few minutes and have been better. They've had a few corners as well. Still, Fraser Forster keeping a clean sheet in that Southampton goal so far. The former Celtic man, Drame forward, infield to Harris. Jaden Harris, who's one of the mainstays of the team really at Fulham, but back to Ashby Hammond again. O'Reilly goes deep. Here's Jens. Out of play from Will Ferry's pass. As well as at the back, Saints have done really well going forward. Only 3 league games they've failed to score this season, Southampton. Free scoring, also solid at the back. They lead the table. And they're going very well this evening here as we approach the hour mark. Smallbone with a free kick. Here's Johnson. Smallbone. Chest height. Ashby Hammond picks up. Two 2-0 Saints still lead then, as Fulham looking to get a goal back here. Here's Elliott once more, who's moved from side to side. This match, O'Reilly, back to Elliott. Elliott again, O'Reilly goes for the clip towards the back post, didn't quite pay off, and he goes out for a goal kick for Southampton instead. So a quiet last few minutes, and Wadie Jahidi says psychology at this age has been saying very important. Resilient and strong characters are what we want to see, in the words of Wadie Jahidi this week. And it's been a strong performance from his players as well so far tonight. Who could be about to make a change soon as well. Doing a fantastic job this season, Wadie Jahidi. And he's had a settled side generally. Despite the fact a lot of youngsters have been called up recently to the first side. There's been a good core of players in this side. Good understanding between them. And as a result, a number of positive score lines for Saints last couple of months. O'Driscoll. Dan Ndulu is coming on. The centre forward hails from DR Congo. I can imagine he could well come on for Afolabi. We'll have to wait and see. There's a like-for-like substitution. Lovely football, this from Fulham. Saints deal with it. Matt O'Reilly. Jens. Matt O'Reilly. Chip down the right. Steven Sessegnon does well to keep it in play. In with the left foot, so Driscoll heads away. So Dan Ndulu is coming on, and off as expected comes Jonathan Afolabi. And once again knows where the goal is. Whether he meant to do what he did for that second goal, only he knows, but he's put himself in amongst it. You got the feeling he was going to have a chance, and he was going to take it, and that's exactly what happened. His third real opportunity of the game. This time he made no mistake from Ferry's cross. And Ferry himself has had a great game. And he has got to be very happy, Afolabi, with his evening's work. So he's off and Ndulu is on. Last half an hour or so. O'Connor probably wishes there was a ball boy there to get it out for him, but not at this level. O'Connor's to take the throw. And Ndulu. That would have been quite an entrance if he could have provided a third Saints goal there. But they might get one here through Teller. Offside, and Fulham win another free kick. So one Southampton substitution, but none so far for Fulham, although they've not got a great deal of options on the bench. Only 4 substitutes tonight. But I'm sure we'll see 3 of those 4 at some point. Either Wickens, Kelly, Jasper or Asari, their substitutes. And here is Harris for Fulham. 20 gone in the second half. Chested down though from Santos Classy. Drame, diving header behind. Hamblin behind, out for a corner. made his under-18s debut, Harry Hamblin, 3 years ago, was a schoolboy. Now trying to make himself a mainstay of the under-23s. There's a gap that's opened up there with Slattery moving up to the senior side. O'Reilly with a corner, away from O'Connor. Teller to Ferry. Ferry to Nlandulu, who's offside. And he pretty much knew that straight away. Fulham will be averaging exactly a point a game if things stay as they are after tonight. Here is Sessegnon. Good turn. Harris. Here's Drame. Harris again. But it was well reduced the space there, Hamblin. It's always going to make it difficult for Harris, who couldn't find the target. Took a bit of an unfortunate bounce as well when it fell to him, but that was always going to be a real ask. Still no problems for Forster, who looked like he was well in position there anyway, to be honest. Harris wide, goal kick, 2-0 Saints. Under 23s football, Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. Here's Tyreek Johnson. Good play here. Teller! Oh my goodness me, it takes a deflection and it goes out for a corner kick. Well, he deserves a goal, Nathan Teller, the way he's been playing this evening. But right at the last second, looked like he was heading for the bottom corner, but it off a Fulham player. Well, there was great block there in the end from Jens. And Maurice Jens makes sure it is a corner to Southampton rather than a goal for Southampton. Could still be here, mind you. Tyreek Johnson to take. Past the halfway mark of the second half. Johnson delivers off at the near post. Smallbone to Johnson. Sensible thing to do. Back to Forster. And that goes right down that left-hand side. Brilliantly kept in from Ferry. How on earth did he get there? And Teller goes for the majestic chip, but it didn't quite pay off in the end. But great perseverance and pace there from Will Ferry to even get that ball in the first place. Teller went for the chip rather than the placement. Could have been 3. Could have been game, set and match. It might be now. Not to be. Teller gives it away. Infield from Harvey Elliott. Still Harvey Elliott. Steven Sessegnon. Elliott's on the floor. Chance to put the ball in from Carvalho. Couldn't that time. He's still on the floor though at the moment, Elliott. Still ball's in play. Encouraged in the end to put the ball out of play there for Mark Pembridge, and he does in the end. And Elliott there with an awkward fall. And this is the earlier chance a second ago. I mean, it looked like a lost cause, but chasing those lost causes, isn't it? Nearly paid off for Southampton, nearly a third goal. It was back there and it went for the chip. You can see what he was trying to do. Didn't quite happen for him though. But Will Ferry across to Teller, and Teller chips it wide of the post. chance there to make it 3-0. In the meantime, still on the floor here, Harvey Elliott. Good to see him back on his feet there. Looked like he was really struggling, and he still is there, the way he's walking. Walking over very gingerly. Gives a chance for Roddy Shahidi to give some instructions for his players. Last 20 minutes of this match plus stoppage time. He'll be delighted with that man, Nathan Tiller, and his whole side so far with a 2-0 lead. And it's a deserved lead for Southampton. It was pretty 50-50 first half an hour, in truth. The Saints started to control the game, and since that goal from Will Smallbone, Saints have looked very comfortable. First team has spent all week preparing the final details of this game. Roddy Jahidi's main message tonight going into the game is that there's no room for complacency. Good to see Elliott back on the field, not too badly injured, so got the thumbs up earlier from the physio as well. And we can resume with 18 to play. Here's a Poku. The local boy from Mitcham for Fulham. He's got excellent vision as well when playing out from the back, a Poku, but Southampton head it on towards Hamblin. Here he is again, here's Smallbone. Ferry. And Ndulu in the box. Nearly fortuitously fell to Teller. Jens coming forward for Fulham. Sessegnon back to Jens. He's got a Poku to his left. Here he is. Fulham will be wanting some more urgency here from their players. Here's Elliott. Throw to Southampton. These two sides have already met earlier on this season, and they met right at the end of last season at Fulham when Southampton came away with a good win. It was one win for Fulham last season at Southampton and a win for Southampton at Fulham. And here is Jens. O'Reilly back to him again. Clara away and comfortably back there to Forster from Hamblin's header. Southampton will go again here. Johnson done well in that left wing back role tonight, generally played over the last couple of years as that number 11. It's an attacking midfielder. Equally adept as that wing back as well. Now a chance for Fulham. Here's Drame. Jaden Harris. Good tackle. Christoph Clara, who's been as solid as a rock tonight for Saints. So Fulham's first substitution is Chris Kelly coming on for them. And off is going to go Fabio Carvalho. So midfielder goes off. As we go into the last 15 minutes here, Fulham's first substitution of the evening. I can imagine due to that injury earlier we could have a fair few minutes of stoppage time as well. Tackle comes in. O'Reilly. And Ndulu gives it away for Southampton. Good play from Ndulu. Away it goes. Now for another throw. Well, it's been an excellent professional second half performance from Southampton so far. Big 5 minutes ahead though for Saints to try and keep the scoreline as it is. Then the job will be very nearly done for them this evening. Any kind of goal soon though for Fulham. Naturally Saints will be further and further pushed back. But Saints have it where they want it at the moment, the ball. Deep inside Fulham's half. Olafunwa again. This kick, Johnson just behind it. Steven Sessegnon. O'Reilly. Elliott. Seen too well there from O'Driscoll. Here's a poker. Drame. Elliott. Smallbone. Ndulu. Good run from Smallbone. Also a great run from Ferry. He's got Ndulu in the middle. Couldn't quite pay off that time. Another opportunity for Smallbone, who nearly got his brace. Goal kick given instead. Well, he doesn't score tap-ins, Will Smallbone. He normally come on the edge of the penalty area. He's already got one tonight from distance. That one a bit further forward. Couldn't find the target that time though. Here's Hamblin. Well, when Fulham won 4-3 at Southampton last season, Fulham were in front for the vast majority of that game. Haven't been in front tonight though. Drame, right-footed, header, brilliant goal. Great finish that time from Harris. And it sets it up for a grandstand finish after all. Well, Saints were looking very comfortable up to that point. It was a beautiful ball in from Drame. And then it is all of a sudden a nervy finish for Southampton. Jaden Harris heading home. It was a big 5 minutes for Southampton, but they conceded in that period. And with 11 minutes to play plus stoppage, Southampton 2, Fulham 1. We certainly knows where the goal is, Harris. He's had a few really good strikes again himself from outside the penalty area in his career, but this time a header. Puts Fulham right back in it. Off Teller, throw to Fulham. Reaction to come from the Saints under-23 head coach Roddy Jahidi after this game. Will be on our official SouthamptonFC.com plus Facebook page and YouTube channel, and on our Twitter page as well. But will he be a happy man afterwards? Saints have got 10 minutes or so now to hold on. Apoku. Harris does very well to keep that ball in play. Fulham scorer. And Lundulu to Will Ferry. Nathan Teller. O'Driscoll. Tom O'Connor. Ferry out left. Johnson zips it into the box. Not enough Saints players in there though. Elliott to the left. Lovely run this from Drame all of a sudden for Fulham. Wins a corner. And how this game has turned around the last couple of minutes. Off the foot of Clara. 8.5 to play, plus stoppage time. It's going to be O'Reilly to try and zip it in here. Another left footer. And curled in with a left foot, and that could easily have found the back of the net. Were it not for Harry Hamlin. Great defending from him. Looked like that was heading for the top corner. It was away originally from Olafunwa. And what a strike. And what a header. Another corner. O'Reilly in once more. Drame. Right footer, should be Forster's, it is, and he commands his area very well indeed. Oh my goodness me, goalkeeper there, getting himself into trouble, Hammond, but he wins a free kick. That looks soft, very soft. Push, says the referee. Well, he's got the referee to thank there. Ashby Hammond, otherwise he could have egg on his face. And Ndulu, and they gave a free kick for that. Very soft. Is Harris. Last 7 minutes. Good run there again. He's caused problems, a substitute Chris Kelly, since coming on. I think Teller went for the old bicycle kick there. Fulham win it back with O'Reilly. Opoku chipped in, decent ball, headed away from O'Connor. Nerves are jangling, Southampton getting every man back at the moment inside their own half. It was looking so much better for Southampton 10 minutes ago. There's going to be some stoppage here. Will Ferry down. Looks like he's got a bit of cramp here, touching his leg. And that kind of suits Southampton really at this stage of the game, because it's been all Fulham since that goal. A little bit of relief that they can try and slow the game down. Forster dealt with that well, that ball into the penalty area. And that was what caused the problems. The kick originally, decent kick, a free kick for that. Well, that was extremely soft, it has to be said. Cold, very cold night, as you can see. And Will Ferry has a touch of cramp. Last 5 minutes. Cold February evening. Will Smallbone scored to give Southampton the lead in the first half with a cracking strike. He could have got a second as well in the second half, but his right-footed shot went wide of the post. Afolabi did score himself though to get Southampton's second. Fulham getting a goal back though a few minutes ago. The right-footed chip into the penalty area was headed home from Harris. And we've got Less than 5 to play. I would guess about 5 minutes of stoppage time by the injuries we've had, although there's not been too many substitutions. Looks like there's going to be another substitution in a second. Southampton, other side, I think who are going to make it. And the blue shirts let that go out for a goal kick throw for Fulham here on this near side, and it's going to be a home under 23's debut for Cameron Ledridge, who's coming on for Southampton. Big moment for him. Off comes Will Ferry, who's been excellent tonight and provided Southampton's second goal, as his left-footed cross didn't leave the ground. It found nicely to Afolabi, who chipped it into the top corner. But Cameron Lethbridge is a left-back who can also play centre-back. And it looks like he's going to move out to that left-hand side there, with Johnson moving further forward. That's exactly what's happened. Johnson going into Ferry's role. Great play again here from Teller, good pace. And Ledridge is, as I say, a left-back and a centre-back. He's an Irish player who signed his first professional deal with Southampton in July. And he's going to be called into the action here to take this throw. We're back next week, home to Notts County in the PL Cup. Live online TV coverage of that game to come next Friday night. Smallbone. Olafunwa. Goal kick. So the ball's been in the net 4 times tonight. 3 times for Southampton, once for Fulham. Only 2 of Southampton's goals stood after that foul was adjudged in the penalty area when Saints had a chance to make it 2-0 at half, just before half time through Hamblin. But here's Smallbone. Thought about shooting. He might still do so. At pace, sipped across. Goal kick instead. I think he ended up in the other goal, but not the one he wanted. Here's Moritz Jens. Sessegnon. Fulham looking for a late equaliser here from 2-0 down. They won't get it that time. Infield from Apuka. Here's Jens. O'Reilly. O'Reilly out towards the right. Here's Chris Kelly. Back again, Sessegnon, headed clear. And there's a good header away that time from Olafunwa, who's had a good game as fullback. Fulham coming forward again. O'Reilly. Oh, Kelly's touch let him down. Going to find out any second how many minutes of stoppage time we're going to have. Here's Jens again. Apuka. It was poor in the end though. And Teller looking to get Southampton up the field here. 4 minutes of added time indicated. Teller's got Smallbone making a great run. He nearly finds him. It's Ashby Hammond who gets there instead. You had Nduludu on the right-hand side. 4 minutes of added time. We're into it now. Nduludu. Here he is again. Is this corner time? I wonder. Time to take it to the corner flag. Well, it's in the corner, but it's a throw to Fulham instead. Saints 2, Fulham 1. Saints are about to make their third and final substitution. Chapachet's going to come on any second. Here's Harris. Elliott. Teller is fouled, and that will probably give Southampton a chance now to make their final substitution of the evening. So Teller, who's a man on the floor, is going to be substituted anyway. That'll waste a bit more time. And Chapachet is coming on, who plied his trade at Auxerre, joined 9 months ago as Southampton. So Chapachet joins Ledridge and Lundaludu, who's going to come on for Southampton this evening. So Tello was fouled, is the man coming off, and that would have been the plan anyway. This will all be added on at the end, I'm sure. So I'm sure we'll have at least 5 minutes of stoppage time now rather than 4. Into the 3rd minute of the 4 allocated there from the 4th official. Chapachet straight into the action. Teller has been excellent as well tonight. The 3 players who have come off have really put in a shift. Forster to take. Puts Fulham deep inside their own half again. Here's Ashby Hammond. O'Reilly. Drame. Good tackle from Hamlin. Chapachet with his first touch is coming on. O'Connor. Saints a couple of minutes away from what would be a huge 3 points as they look to maintain their place at the top of the table. Still time to go yet though. Still time for Fulham to get on the breakaway. Saints all right at the moment though while they keep possession. Hamblin. Foul. That will do for Southampton, who win a free kick. The 4 minutes is nearly up, but it looks like we'll have an extra minute at least on top of that. Cynical foul from Drame. Bit of frustration there, one of that for Fulham. And Drame. Well, Roddy Jahidi said it's all about reaction tonight and mindset. It will take a lot of strong mental power to hold on to this lead when Fulham getting that goal. But they'll look to keep it in the corner and stop Fulham from getting a late equaliser. And they're going to have a final chance here potentially, Fulham, if they get the ball up the field quickly. Saints trying to kick them inside their own territory, but they're going to get out of it now. Francois. Here's Drame. Elliott. Drame again. Dangerous ball into the box, but it's well dealt with from Fraser Forster. The last thing Saints want here tonight is late drama. Look at the watch from the referee. Final few seconds. There's the whistle. Huge 3 points for Southampton, whose winning run goes on and on. 5 PL2 wins on the spin. They stay top of the table. They get better and better as the season goes on, and they've got 5 more matches now to see the job out and win this title and win promotion. Full time at Staplewood, Southampton under 23s 2, Fulham 1. But what a scare it was at the end as well. Saints hold on though, great resilience, great mental strength to hold on. And Southampton took the lead here with the goal of the night and potentially goal of the season. Great strike from Smallbone, it was Teller the provider, and Smallbone did the rest from the edge of the penalty area, and my goodness me did he do the rest. Top corner, Smallbone, who'd played well up to that point, giving Southampton a 1-0 lead. Saints had the ball in the net just before half-time, but that was ruled out for a push in the box from O'Connor. Afolabi, not sure he really meant that, but in the end it was a great finish nonetheless. Top corner, this time Ferry the provider, made things a lot more comfortable, and it looks there like Saints were heading for all 3 points, the leaders. But Fulham gave them a late scare. Chipped in from the right foot from Drame, header from Harris, and all of a sudden it was nervy. Very nervy for Southampton as they looked to finish the job, but finish the job they did. 3 points, Fulham stay 10th, Southampton stay top, with a match next Friday to come at home to Notts County in the PL Cup. We will be there for that one. Hope you can join us for that one on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in this evening. It has been a good night once more for Southampton. It finished here at Staplewood. Southampton 2, Fulham 1.